What is up, Need for Speed racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut, and we're here today with the SRT Viper, by request by you guys. On the Lotus Emira Balmain Edition video that I put out, I said, hey, let me know what you guys want to see. Whatever comment gets the most likes, I will throw some action at it and I'll build the car. And you guys decided to punish me with the SRT Viper, so here it is. I did way too much testing, way too much driving in this thing and got so frustrated. But I think I've honed in on something that is actually adequate. So I'm going to go over the build with you. I'm going to tell you all the different things I experienced because that's what you get when you do this to me. And we're going to do it again. So if you guys want to see something, put it down in the comments. Whatever comment gets the most likes, I'll throw some action at it. And while you're liking the comments down below, give the video a like as well so others will see it and they can participate. It's a lot of fun. At this point, the meta is set. It didn't change with Volume 2. I'm going to do some videos talking about that and touching base on some of those cars. But for now, we're just having fun, so I want to bring you guys builds. Let's dig into the S-Class SRT Viper. The engine that you are running all the way to the left is the 4.9 liter V8, 225 brake horsepower when we start. You are going to run Elite Platinum induction. You are running Gold Super ECU. You are running Elite Platinum fuel system. And you are running Elite Platinum exhaust. You are running Elite Platinum centrifugal supercharger. And I'll come back and talk about that in a little bit. You are running Sport Bronze nitrous. Elite Platinum road suspension. Believe me, it needs it. This thing is hard to tame. Keep it stocked with the brakes. It is Pro Silver brakes. Elite Platinum grip tires. I tried lots of different tires. The grips are where you need to be, you guys. Sport Bronze clutch. Sport Bronze 5-speed transmission. Elite Platinum diff. You need that diff for sure on this one because it's the only way to get that slider to even pretend it wants to grip on the car. Auxiliary, you are running nitrous drift and nitrous grip. Those are the two that I run on this. For the handling, run it as far to the left as you can, 40% grip. Steering sensitivity, I'm 2 clicks high. Downforce, I go all the way to the left, back it off 1. That is 329, that's the happy place. It gives the car the best ability to accelerate, and it doesn't care if you have high downforce or low downforce. So I went as low as possible to try to help it get on the top end of things. Traction control is off. Drift entry for me is brake tap. Do whatever you guys are comfortable with. That is going to give you the S-Class Dodge Viper 329. 188 top speed. It's a lot faster than that. 1113 horsepower. 1264 on the torque. 0 to 60 doesn't matter. Quarter mile doesn't matter. So here's the gig, you guys. I fiddled with this car a lot to try to find the best way to make it work. The 188 top speed is really, really deceptive because it makes the car seem like not very fast. The 5-speed feels sluggish even though we have over 1,000 horsepower. So when you shift into 5th, it just kind of has a slow climb. But with boost and a little rev tech, I had this car up to like 205 on rapid transit. I mean, it goes. So like it literally is almost 20 mile an hour off from what that says. And so keep that in mind when you're driving this car. If you do a little rev tech, get out of the throttle, don't let it just bounce off the rev limiter, you can bring this car up to a faster top speed. That's really attractive for it. That being said, I tried it with all the different inductions. I tried it with the screw, I tried it with the turbo, I tried it with the twins, like all the different things. All the rest of those forced inductions are just like a hard cap. You just can't get the car to go faster than like 190, 192. And so with this Sentry, being able to go up all the way into the high 205 range, like not high, but you know, 205, 204, that's pretty good. So that being said, that's why I went with that. I also tried a build with the 6-speed. I tried it various different ways with the 6-speed. You have to pull so much power out of it to get the 6-speed to fit. You're right back down into the same speed range. Actually lower, it really only wants to do about 187, 190 with the 6-speed. It felt a little better in the lower gears because of that, but you're really just shaving off a lot of the top speed, and in S, you kind of need that. You want to go run fishhook, you need to be fast. You want to go rapid, you got to be fast on rapid. So that being said, the fastest times that I got in the car, which, by the way, the gameplay footage, none of it is clean because I just could not get good races in this car, and I would rather bring you the build. Here's the video, here we're at by request, as opposed to getting some perfect runs and showing you that, you know, an isolated incident, so to speak. Like, nah, the car's hard to drive, you guys. But hey, you asked for it, so I'm delivering. That's why I'm here. So this build, 5-speed with the Sentry, with all the power. You do some rev tech, it goes fast. I've got 2 races at the end of this. One is an endurance race, which I crash on, and I'm about 25 seconds off pace with that crash. So keep that in mind. And then with the other one, I do rapid, but I get all over the place and have some issues. And so my rapid time is like a 2:47 in this car, but it does showcase that the car can get up to 2:05, 2:04, and just kind of sit there. So that's really the examples there. It does look really good. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite looking cars in the game. I've always been a fan of the Viper. I just wish it was more competitive in the game, really. One thing about building this car that you guys might run into when you're doing the body parts, on the driver's side of the vehicle, you go to side skirts, okay? Then you tab over, it takes you to the rear wheels or fender. Side skirts, you can't access the exhaust on the driver's side. If you go to the back of the car, there's no exhaust option. If you go to the passenger side, side skirts, exhaust. You can only change the exhaust tips on the passenger side of this vehicle. So if you guys are going to build this and you're looking to make it look cool, and you want to change that exhaust, you can only do it on the passenger side of the car. So kind of a little tip, little quirk. Other than that, it's alright. It sounds good. It's fun to drive. It's just really rowdy. And it'll go from planted in a corner to just sideways on you. It does Tron turn really good. Now, a lot of you guys skipped to this point because I've been talking and doing what I said. For those of you guys that didn't skip, I've got an off-road version of this car that's cheese. But I'm not going to put it in the thumbnail. I'm not going to put it anywhere in the title because, honestly, the people that watch the videos are going to be the ones that get hooked up. And that's you right now. So, let me go get you the cheese off-road Viper and show you that. Because if I made it, I already developed it, I wanted to bring it to you. So here it is. This is A+. It is not as good as the F40 because it doesn't handle as good, but my god, has it got some power in it. So the engine is the same. It's the 4.9 liter V8 all the way to the left, iron basic. For the parts, you're running gold, bronze, gold, elite platinum centrifugal. So pause the video right there, take a look at that, but it's gold induction, gold ECU, bronze fuel system, gold exhaust, and then elite platinum centrifugal. Bronze nitrous, and then you're doing an off-road build for the rest. So you do off-road suspension, elite platinum. You do off-road elite platinum tires. You leave the brakes and the clutch alone, and then you do the 5-speed transmission, and then grab yourself a differential. I ran the elite diff because I wanted to play with the slider, but the closest thing to grip that I could get and keep it in the class was dead neutral. So for your handling, keep the slider right in the middle. You can't go any more grippy with it. You can go less grippy. But believe me, the car doesn't need to be less grippy. Steering sensitivity, 2 clicks high. Downforce, I run all the way high. Traction control off. Drift entry, brake tap. Do whatever you want. I gave this build to Slide QT, and I was like, hey Slide, I made this. What do you think? He goes, I have sick day today. I am on sick leave. I cannot ever drive that car. Ever. I won't do it. And I was like, okay. He doesn't love it. But that being said, guys, if you want to get a little rowdy and you want to try it, the top speed for A+ is 148, which is plenty for those off-road tracks. Like, that's right in there. That's what you want. But it gives you 869, nice, horsepower and 996 torque. Like, it's got the power, dude. So that being said, you might give that a try, just see what you think. I mean, if you've already got the car purchased and you're gonna build it to S and you find that you don't love it in S, come give it a try in the dirt at A+ and just see what you think. Might be fun. It might be better than what you're currently driving. You might not have the F40 or something, so keep that in mind. I had already built that car, so I wanted to bring it to you and kind of just tuck it into the video because I really don't like posting cheese, and I didn't want to do a BS Nilbot video on one car, but I figured, hey, it is usable, and The 180SX and the F40 do set better times for me, so it's like, even though it's super powered, it's not like that broken because it's kind of hard to drive. Stay tuned for the gameplay footage at this point. I've got an endurance race and I've got my run on rapid. I'm gonna show you both of those. Other than that, have a great rest of your day. Please like the video. Comment down below what you want to see me build next. I'm here for you guys. See you next time. Bye-bye. All right, endurance race, the scenic route. This is not a clean run. This is not a meta run. This is not even a good time, you guys. So don't crucify me in the comments saying you're faster than me, because this isn't my run. But it is my run in this car that I was able to get for the gameplay footage that was somewhat okay. We launch in third. It does all right. With all the torque and the horsepower, I really expected this to get up on its power band a lot faster, but whatever, we let it roll. On this track, you guys, there's a lot of RNG with traffic. There's a lot of very unique lines that you have to hit, and I think that in a different video with a more meta type car, I will probably show you those. That is me doing a wonderful Tron turn into death, but we'll show you guys that I can catch back up. Bling just crashed over there in the building. He quits out shortly after that. He was trying to run this in a drift build. He did not like that. This car is pretty untamable, you guys. But as requested, we are delivering. And you'll see all the traffic. We got people crashing all over the place. Now we just got to catch up to Denver up there. Overall, it doesn't do too bad on the power. When you're going in a straight line, the car does fine. But it's just when you have to do things like turn, it's pretty rough. Blow by him there, and then that's pretty much the last time we'll really interact with much traffic for the rest of the run. Like I said, the opening was a little rough, but it does all right. Grip turn through here, just trying to keep it on the tarmac. I can't turn in as like sharp as I would like because the car just doesn't love it. Regardless, on the brakes, down to third. The 6-speed didn't help because 6 was really long, and with the 5-speed, 5th is really, really long. So it's kind of like we're screwed no matter what we do. It gets airborne right there. Thank God that railing is there, otherwise we'd be deep into the woods. Now, coming up through this next section is kind of a unique way to avoid stuff. You want to, if you can carry boost through here, you want to do that. I stay on the inside, which is super dangerous because you can't see the road coming. So we're going to cut to the right, and we're going to stay on the pavement, and then it's a very sharp turn to the right. This sharp turn catches everybody, so you want to slow down a lot and then try to catch this checkpoint and then boost out. I've seen a lot more people miss that checkpoint than I think any other one in this race, so just be aware of that when you're going through there, you guys. Otherwise, this is just Buena Vista in reverse at this point. I don't hit the gas station or anything else. I'm just trying not to crash. You guys will drive this. You'll see it's pretty rowdy. Now, coming up this hill here, if you can save your boost and turn in, that's good. This car does not like to be Tron turned. It just really is. We're doing a 180 or nothing else. I started Tron turning later. Not in this race, but after driving it more with the brake instead of the handbrake. So you might try that, using your boost on corner entry and then just tapping the brake and turning at the same time to try to like maybe point it. Like I said, this isn't an exhibition of how amazing this car is or what a good lap time on this track is, because honestly, I don't know that those two things can go together, this car and a good lap. But like I say, I want to at least bring you some footage, show you what it can do. It's a labor of love that I'm doing this, because by no means was I excited to drive it, but it does all right. It does all right. Not meta though. Guys, don't build this and be like, I got beat because I was driving your stupid Viper. No. Don't put that evil on me. I'm handbraking into these corners. I'm not micro drifting like I should be. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I'm not doing, and a lot of it has to do with the car just gets really rowdy when you do those things. So you'll see that I usually use the boost in a straight line. Now right here, you want to take that corner really, really sharp like I did there. Go up on the grass and line up that checkpoint. If you follow the road, it's a much wider line and you lose a lot of time there. That being said, like typically the race for people that are on a good pace, they would be finishing in about 5 seconds. I mean, a 4:10 is what Water Blob does on this track in the Fairlady Z for the Simgi Challenge right now. The other guys, we're shooting for like 415, 420s. That's a fair time on this track. So that being said, we're way off in this thing. It just doesn't have the power. It doesn't carry speed. It doesn't like boost. It doesn't like to Tron turn. It doesn't like to stay clean or grippy. But I'm not trying to be negative. I just want to brace you guys for what you're getting into. But hey, you asked for it, so I'm giving it to you. At least rapid, you can see the car go a little faster and be a little more predictable. So we'll move on to that. Let's go to rapid transit. But you know what? I will show you that even though I am doing rough and not doing great, Devner finishes in the LT, but the other guys are way back there. So it's the car does pretty good, I guess, in comparison to a pub lobby. I mean, I had no problem winning, right? But I don't know. It is what it is. Alrighty, rapid transit. I didn't have good races on the 2 ones leading up to this, so I didn't show those at all. But at least this car will show you that it can hit some top speed and it does zoom a little bit. We're racing our boys here. We got one guy in the DB5. We've got another guy in the RSR. Neither one of those are S-Class meta cars. And they saw that I was running this, so they just picked whatever car they had. So our boy Slide QT, he's in the DB5 right there. That's a light little car. It's got a lot of power for what it does. It's pretty zippy. It's just a little rowdy. More rowdy than this, if you can believe that. And then our boy Lord JCS, he's over there in the RSR, which is not a super meta car at S, but regardless. I had to handbrake in. It wasn't micro drifting like I needed to right there, so I had to adjust the line so I wouldn't go up into the rocks. We cap that boost as soon as we can get to 3 bars. I was waiting on it very patiently because I know it bleeds speed in the corners, but I was trying to keep up with our boy Bling up there so I wouldn't lose his draft. Coming through here, you guys, if you can turn a little early and get up on the tracks you want to. The train was there, so we had to avoid that. A train is still pretty spicy on this track. You'll see right there, the car gets loose, it slides, and I have to bring it back, and we lose a lot of speed there in the process. So now watch the boost. It'll take us right up to 92, 93, and now I redline tech it all the way up to 200. 202 going into the tracks, so that's not bad. I mean, the car does have some speed, and then when I hit a 3 boost onto that straightaway, we go faster. This is a much better line for us. If the van hadn't been there, we wouldn't have had to correct, and we could have probably done a good line. That being said, car gets loose like it does, and we go zooming off the track. So it's that's why it's not my favorite. It's just not predictable. You'll go from a nice grip turn, micro drift, to just off the road. Getting rear-ended by Bling. He's wanting a piece. We're going to do everything we can to catch back up to Lord there. This car bleeds a lot of speed in the dirt. We started there at about 200 mile an hour, and we come out going like 150, 160, and it's pretty rough. Use all of my nitrous around this corner trying to carry a good, tight line, and that was full steering lock, so like any wider we would have been in trouble. And you'll see right there, 204. The car handles fine in a straight line, and you can get some good speed out of it with this build, which is really funny. To go from a 188 top speed on the Speedo, which is what the build tells you, and then be able to eke out 204, 205 in actual race, that is a huge margin of error in the way the stats work in this game. So don't let those numbers tell you something that is not true. That's why I tell people like 0 to 60 and quarter mile doesn't matter. I mean, shit, top speed doesn't even matter, because honestly, the car's going to do something different anyway. So coming around this corner, we're going to wait until we get into somewhat of a good straight line there to hit the 3 boost like we did. Get another good grip turn. We're full turn. We almost go off the track. We're going to let the car's top speed get us up, and we're going to pass our boy and barely win the race. That's a 247. I run a 231 in the Skyline on this track, so like, guys, this is nothing crazy. This car is not meta, but if you're looking for the Viper, I've given you the off-road build, and I've given you the S-Class build. Good luck. Enjoy your racing. Let me know what car you want to see in the comments. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.